This is Adam and Joe here on BBC Six Music, and we are going to do a bit of Juvenilia for you right now. So here's the jingle for This is quite a cloying jingle. I've got to come up with something better than this, but this is a real young person doing a bit of singing over our jingle here.
Here's something that I done when I was very young. It isn't good looking. Kenya! It's time for some Juvenilia!
Yay! Yes, listeners, this is the part of the show where we play bits of stuff that people have recorded. I'm just explaining what the jingle already explained.
Yeah.
But we were playing some stuff we'd recorded as kids on little tape recorders. Chiefly when you're a child and pretending to be a DJ, the kind of thing we're both still doing here on Six Music as adults. But we had more excuse for being so shoddy when we were kids, and we asked you to send in your own version or your own tapes of pretending to be DJs. And this is one we got from a fellow called Matt Rowbottom.
Matt says, Dear Adam and Joe, I listen to your show a lot, and when I heard you talking about pretending to be DJs when you were kids, my ears pricked up. I used to do that, I thought. How cool! Then, when you asked us to send in some of our own recordings, I couldn't believe it. I must send in some of my stuff. I could actually get played on national radio, albeit sounding like a buffoon. But how cool would that be, he says. I know, I still sound like a kid, and I'm actually 32. It's exciting, though. Me on national radio. I've always wanted that, he says. And he says, here's a little history about how I got into it. He used to make tapes with his dad's double cassette ghetto blaster, right? I mean, that was an entry point for a lot of people as soon as those double cassette things came out. That was good times. He says, this all moved on in 1989 when my family moved house and I ended up in a loft conversion bedroom. I wanted my radio shows to sound more professional. So with money given to me for my 13th birthday, I bought a disco mixer from Tandy and a cheap mic. Attic Radio was born.
Wow.
I roped in my friends and next-door neighbours, brothers Thomas and Andrew Fowler, to help me. We also recorded our own jingles. Happy days. And so we're going to play 3 clips right now from Attic Radio. And it does sound amazingly professional. I mean, it sounds like it could have been at least hospital radio. You know
How old was this guy when he recorded
13
it? 13.
At this point. And I think the thing to point out, as far as I can tell, is that he is not being ironic in any of these clips. These are sincere opinions that he's
because
expressing.
his voice is broken, or has certainly started to break, it sounds as if it might be sort of tongue-in-cheek, but it isn't.
No, it's
this
absolutely
is utterly sincere.
100% sincere. First of all, here he is talking about just fashion trends. It's a talking point on Attic FM, right? Here he is.
Okay, if I said to you the word fashion or the word trend, what's the first thing that comes into your mind? Is it music? The music that's in the fashion? Or is it clothes? I think mainly the most thing that will come into your head is clothes. Now, what do you wear after school? Out of school, if you go to youth club or something like that, or what do you like wearing? I've heard that it's actually in the trend to wear a hooded top. It used to be the trend to wear a shirt with a t-shirt underneath it. What do you think? What's your opinion? Write into the usual address, Attic Radio Wells, blah blah blah, you know, and tell me what you think.
It's not going to get there at that address, though, is it?
He's sort of, his sentence construction is quite Italianate, isn't it?
Yeah.
The music that's in the fashion. He said.
Yeah.
It is in the trend to wear a hooded top.
That sounds like Mario.
Yeah, it is Mario.
Super Mario.
That's good.
There he is. So he's covering off fashion trends there on Attic FM, Mr. Rowbottom. He continues to talk about... He plays a bit of Phil Collins, right? Because there's music in between a lot of these. He plays a bit of Phil Collins, and then he starts riffing about how much he respects and admires Collins. And also that takes him into some admiration of Cliff Richard. Again, it should be noted that all of this is entirely unironic. In fact, he goes so far as to say that they should actually get some awards, more awards than they've already got.
Let's hear it.
So here he is talking about that.
Phil Collins and Hanging Long Enough. That's the first track on his album, But Seriously, which is being released on Virgin Records. The reason Phil Collins called that album But Seriously is because all the songs are actually based on something real. And it includes the track Another Day in Paradise, which is based on the homeless. Things like that. I think Phil Collins is an amazing singer. I think Phil Collins and Cliff Richard are the best 2 male singers there are. They ought to get an award. Speaking of getting an awards, I watched the Smash It Poll Winners Party the other night. What did you think of it? Kylie Minogue, almost #1 in the worst dresses. Cool, the stuff she's wearing now, she is totally weird. That was
Scandalised.
some of the awards that people got, they really deserved it.
There you go.
He sounds a little bit sarcastic in that one.
He does, but he's not. I swear to you. I think he's being... Matt, you can tell us if we're completely misreading the situation. But if he's going to play Phil Collins on his show, right, and he genuinely seems to love and admire
No, you're right.
Collins,
It's got to be sincere.
he's dead sincere. He wants them to get more awards. And Kylie Minogue, he's scandalised. What is she wearing?
I never realised all those tracks on that Phil Collins album were based on real things.
They're all based on something real.
And that one was based on the homeless.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, here he is, still riffing on the awards, the Smash Hit Poll Winners Party thing that he saw. And he's talking about the fact that Paula Abdul has won an award for her video with the dancing animated cat, which he's delighted about because he always knew that Abdul was going to be big. Here he is.
One of the awards, I think, was given to Paula Abdul, and it was actually for the song Opposites Attract. And Opposites Attract had an amazing video, which was sort of done with cartoon effects, and there was DJ Cat Rat, and he was in it, and she won an award for the video. And when I first saw that, I said, that's going to win in Smash It's Bonus Party, and it did.
And it did.
That is going to win at the Smash Hits Poll Winners Party.
Opposites attract.
You heard it here first. I put money that that's going to get a Smash Hits gong.
Yeah. Hello. Hi, Matt Rowbottom. Yeah, what do you want? Absolutely. I'm definitely backing it for a win at the Poll Winners Party. Yeah.
That's a shoe-in for the Smashies.
You can publish that. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.
That's a good station, though. Attic FM. I wonder whether... Because the thing I like to think about is the fact that no one is listening
Yes, exactly.
to this. It's complete blankness.
I know he doesn't say what he did. I mean, I don't know if he circulated the tapes to friends or if it was just for his own amusement. I can't believe that it was just for his own amusement because he's really quite slick. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
he's good. He could walk into a job at London's
Definitely.
Capital FM or something, couldn't he?
Yes, hard.
On a commercial radio station. The fading. It's beautifully executed.
Man, they would fire Jamie Theakston if he walked in.
You know, for Rowbottom.
Definitely.
Theakston out, Rowbottom in. Abdul, Collins, playlist makeover.
Upbeat chat.
Yeah.
Talk about fashion trends.
All the tips for the big awards.
You know, not being unpleasant about people winning awards, just saying they should get more awards.
The stories behind the albums.
I think it's refreshing, man. It's definitely the way that radio should go.
Based on the homeless.
But stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
But Rowbottom doesn't seem to be... Matt, you don't seem to be doing it anymore. And he sort of refers to himself as sounding like a buffoon. I mean, you know, we're being slightly irreverent about some
It's
of your
fun
stuff.
to take the mickey out of kids.
Of course it is.
Don't you think that's the whole
13-year-old
point
boys.
of this segment?
Of course, that's what I was going to say. You asked for it. No, I'm joking. I'm only joking, Matt. Thank you so much for sending that stuff in. You sound great. And I think it's a shame if you haven't kept up with your DJing because it sounds like you were good, man. You were, dare I say it, even better than, what was your guy called?
John Scott.
John Scott.
Well, come on. John Scott was earlier in his career.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, if you've got similar recordings, specifically you pretending to be a DJ, that's what we really like. Please, if you can be bothered, pop them into an MP3 file and send them to us here at Six Music, adamandjoe.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk, because we'd love to hear them and we might play them.
Exactly. Thank you very much indeed, once again, Matt. It is just gone 10:30 here on Six Music. It's time for the news.